In three, two.
No, we're not going live in 3, 2, nothing. We're going live now. What up, everybody? How y'all doing this morning? It's cold as fuck in Texas, especially in Dallas right now. I shared a Twitter link earlier in the chat to show everybody the weather system that's moving in, and yeah, I'm I'm cold. I'm cold as fuck. How you doing tonight, JL?
I'm cold too. I'm cold as shit. I got a bit more padding than you do, so I can kind of stand it. But dude, I haven't seen this. When's the last time it was like this in Dallas? I can't remember.
It's been a while. It's been a good minute since it's been this cold in Dallas. Um, I don't know how to explain it. My fucking legs are my chicken legs, by the way. When you say you've got a bit more padding, no, that's not right. You have a lot more
Oh,
padding than me. A lot. And I'm sure you're doing fine over there with
let's make let's
the
make
whole
something
body hair
abundant.
issue.
Well, the beard does help. It keeps the wind chill off my neck and everything. So
Shit, it's fucking cold, man.
it's wild. I'm looking at the window. Oh, like I look out the window right now. I mean, I've never seen it so white out there that it's hard to see. And I know I'm going to have to drive eventually later today, but I'm worried about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna share the Twitter link to the winter storm weather thing that we're watching right now. Oh my goodness. Hey Gary Stewart, how you doing today? Mr. Andrat, you damn stalker. The plot hole, he says, well. Johnny, I sent you a message on Discord, man. I was trying to get you in today. Instead, I gotta bring this jackass on who believes in ghosts and shit.
Those pesky spirits.
Those damn pesky white spirits, the cold. But yes, we're doing this today's show is obviously a he says I answered you. Did you? You must have just answered me then cuz I haven't checked excuse me, I have not checked Discord since I got JL in, so you must have just answered me. But yeah, I'm doing great today. Outside of the cold, obviously, I'm doing great. Let me schedule our premiere coming up. This is oh wait, I did. I do have it scheduled. Okay, good deal. Yeah, let's Oh yeah, okay, I see. People have already liked on the video. Good deal, good deal. Thank you guys very much. Yeah, so what we do is a new feature for YouTube. We have a an opportunity to do a live stream before we do a premiere and just redirect everybody that's here at the live stream to the premiere. Oh man, my nose is running. I'm congested, man. This weather is fucking me up. Uh, but we do a live stream, and then from this live stream, we're going straight to the premiere. Um, now I see your messages, Johnny. But yeah, we're going straight from the premiere here. Of course, I like to bring a little person on, or a big person in this case, a big ghost believer in this case. I think the last time I did this, I had Crafty Keela on, which was amazing. She's such a wonderful person.
She's going to be
And
great on Week in Horror this week.
oh, she's coming on Weekend Horror.
Yep, she's going to be. She's doing our the second edition of our abattoir. So she watched a bunch of horror movies, and we're going to get her takes on it this Wednesday.
That's gonna be a good show. I don't
Yes.
know about these watching a bunch of horror movie things that you do, but
Well,
I just
She typically doesn't watch horror films,
neither
and
do I.
so
I love you,
that's why we
Crafty. That's why we get along so well, Crafty, because I don't either.
that's why we call it the abattoir. It's like the meat grinder. So we put them in there, and
Ah,
they watch a bunch of horror films, and then they come out the other side, and we get their takes on. I hope they're not too traumatized.
are you giving her like real horror or like
Yes,
dramatic horror? So
I didn't throw a softball to Crafty like I threw to Irish Demon because he's kind of soft, and I don't want
kinda.
I want to break him. And but
You
yeah,
said
I gave
kinda soft. How
and
polite of you.
I gave Crafty some really strong ones, so I do hope she enjoyed them.
What movies is she watching?
Crafty is watching, and I've got the schedule right there. So Crafty was watching The Signal, which is a 2007 horror film about a radio or about a broadband signal that drives everybody insane. Everybody goes crazy, starts you know killing each other and ripping each other apart and everything. Then I gave her Room for Rent, which was a thriller horror with Lynn Shay from the Conjuring universe. I gave her Get Out, Jordan Peele's smash hit, and I gave her the remake of The Crazies, the Timothy Olyphant, Rhoda Mitchell remake that was about the virus that comes in and turns everybody into crazy zombie-like people.
Is it like horror type movies on the level of J.M. Truth, or like his zombie movie, which was
Oh no, no,
scary to the eyes and ears? It had no, it could have been a Valentine's Day movie, and it would have legitimately still been scary the way he puts it together.
technically scary, yes. But yeah, the stuff I wanted to pick really strong ones. That's why I gave her, like Get Out was nominated for Oscars, and the other ones were really critically and commercially successful films. So I really do hope she dug them.
Yeah, so like when I consider horror, like I know that Devil's Rejects is kind of considered a horror film, but that didn't really bother me. It really wasn't a horror film. It was like a horror drama, I guess. Is there a difference in the genre between like something that's meant to mentally disturb you and something that's written to be like a realistic style, where because like Devil's Rejects to me is very realistic, like
Yeah,
it's not necessarily that that it goes like, oh yeah, it looks like it's real life. No, I mean it's like something that could happen in real life versus ghosts and stuff and Poltergeist. See, Poltergeist, that movie as a child fucked my head up.
did I?
It fucked.
I was just
Oh
kidding.
yeah, good horror movie. Great horror movie.
Yeah, that was kind of pseudo, kind of directed by Toby Hooper, but shadow directed by Steven Spielberg. So, and Toby Hooper had done Texas Chainsaw Massacre before he did Poltergeist, and so you kind of had the Texas Chainsaw Massacre feel, horror mentality there with the Steven Spielberg kind of in the back end, kind of handling the drama and the family, and so it was both Toby Hooper scary and Steven Spielberg enjoyable because it had all the great things that Steven Spielberg does well. So it was just that was a fantastic movie.
Yeah. So
But
it's
you were
got.
asking, oh,
Go
sorry,
ahead.
you were asking about horror. So about the genres. So horror as a genre has one of the greatest amount of subgenres available to any genre. That you can go in any direction. You can have horror comedy, you can have horror drama, you can have horror thriller, and even then you can go even further, like a horror psychological thriller or a supernatural horror psychological thriller, shit like that. You can keep be the horror genre is as malleable and adaptable as I would say people themselves, because horror is a barometer for the anxieties of society. It's a reflection of that which is eating at us in current day, and then we get to kind of decompress when we watch it up on screen or we watch it on online, and that's why there's so much to it. So with House of a Thousand Corpses, that was more of a supernatural horror because you like Dr. Satan and all the weird supernatural
Yeah.
shit, and then of course Devil's Rejects was definitely like a gritty reality. I would almost say Grindhouse,
Yeah.
um, given the inspiration of it, given the '70s inspiration of it, but definitely more in line with reality. And that's I always looked at it like House of a Thousand Corpses was a story told from the perspective of the Fireflies. Devil's Rejects was a story told from the perspective of everyone else about the Fireflies. So I was, kind of like the psychological, twist that this is how they see themselves. This is how the world sees them. But
Well,
yeah,
I see somebody in the chat named Papa Pazuzu. Now, I just found out about, I think his name was Pazuzu Algarad. I think that's how you say his name. And that guy was insane. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I do. The
Wow.
Pazuzu Algarad case. Yeah. I think he died back in like 2015, I think, or 2016, I think.
Yeah, suicide.
Yeah.
He did himself in. He tried a couple of times and failed, and finally did it. But last night I was, going through um, my uh, my YouTube recommendations, and it was recommended to me. It was like, uh, inside Pazuzu's house.
Oh,
I
that's gonna
was
be a maze of disorder.
Oh my goodness, it was making my skin crawl just watching the sheriffs walk through the house. And as the sheriffs were walking through the house, it was making my spine itch. Let's put it like that. The interior of my spinal cord was fucking itching
Oh.
from watching that because it was just so intense, man, and it was gross looking. And
I'm looking at the photos now. This okay. To this degree of I mean, this building should have been condemned. Um
it ended up getting condemned and torn
yeah.
down, and they yeah.
This individual, he was mentally ill. He was severely mentally ill. Absolutely. I mean, you're looking at the state of that. Your environment reflects your mind, and I mean, yeah, this guy was really, really ill, like very ill. He definitely fell through the cracks.
Well, I don't know, but if they had one room in his house, right? And it was literally 4 foot from the ground up, full of trash. Just 4 foot.
God
And
dang.
when I say that, I'm not exaggerating. Like, oh yeah, it's 4 foot from the ground up, and this. Oh, kitty! Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry about that. Kitty stepped on my Go XLR, and that changed my voice changer on. Here, mama. Okay, sorry about that, guys. But
Yes, plot hole. Pazuzu is the demon from The Exorcist. Yes, that was plot hole asked the
oh,
question there. Yeah, that's where the name
okay.
comes from. Is from is the demon in The Exorcist? Yeah, in William
Yeah, I'm
Blatty's
talking
Exorcist.
about a real life person here.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
talking
Well,
about.
that's where he took the name.
Oh, he got the name from the demon from The Exorcist.
Yes, he did.
Okay. Because it sounded familiar, and that's what made me look into it, was because when it came across my screen, I don't even know why I don't search horror stuff. Horror stuff, when I watch horror, like I've got a decent I don't even know how the
Tolerance.
term. Well, yeah, I guess emotional tolerance is what I'll say for violence, right? For real life violence. It doesn't bother me as bad. I don't like seeing people get hurt. I don't like I don't watch fight videos or anything like that, like street fight videos. Like, I just really don't get off on that. But it doesn't bother me either. But when I saw this, I was like, man, fuck, I would not want to run into this guy in real life. I would
Oh,
not want to come across him in real life and be like, hey, man, how are you? What's up with all the fucking face tats? And why are you missing eyebrows? But, so
yeah.
I
His name was John Lawson originally.
John Law. Oh, okay, good, good.
Yeah.
Well, that I got hooked, intrigued. I was like, what the fuck? I just saw the house walkthrough. Maybe it's because I've been watching a lot of soft sit videos lately, to try to find some new material, and uh, just because I guess it had to do with police officers. And the first video I watched was um the police walkthrough of his house. I guess after his arrest, where they found bodies on his lawn and shit like that. So I guess maybe that's why it was recommended to me. But I had no idea. But when I saw the Pazuzu, something clicked in me. I was like, I know that name. And then I watched the first video and I was like, what? And then I was like, oh, there's like a 5-part video series on this guy. They're all real short, like 3-4 minute videos. And I watched it and I was like, wow, this guy was like a legit psychopath, a legit, very, one thing that you have to understand, a lot of people that are really evil people are evil people because they have the means to be evil. Not all the time is the means monetary means, but sometimes it's psychological means, you know.
Oh, the
He
vast
could
majority
con-
of the time, they have some sort of ailment, either some sort of delusions of persecution that they react violently to, or delusions of grandeur. They think they're greater than they are, or they're psycho. They present as they have antisocial personality disorder, ASPD at a particular degree that presents in either psychopathic, narcissistic, or sociopathic tendencies, traits, homicidal ideation, shit like that. It's why I mean it's a deep, deep field. I'm willing to bet this guy probably that just look at the state of his house. I'm willing to bet that he probably suffered from schizophrenia, and I'm just now hearing about this guy. He probably was schizophrenic, probably had paranoid delusions, which is why he pretty much cornered himself as a Satanist. Because if you announce yourself as a Satanist and you're like, I'm a Satanist, and you make it presentable, like you tattoo your face like like 666 and Satan on your arms, nobody will come around you. People will ostensibly want to stay away from you. And so that is a manifestation of his paranoid delusion. He doesn't want to be around, he doesn't want people to be near him because he's scared of them. He's paranoid. So what better way to do it than to alter your appearance to scare people away?
right.
So, yeah.
Well, when I say psychological means in this case, what I mean is like he's able to even though he has crazy ideas, he still has a grip on people, psychologically. He can still convince people to do things they wouldn't normally do, or and of course I understand what you're saying. When you say he doesn't want to be around people, we're talking about normal people.
Yes,
He
absolutely.
still had a following of people that were like addicted to him. Like they just wanted to be around him. They just wanted to be a part of, or whatever he was doing, they wanted to be a part of that. And like because he convinced people to do things they didn't want to do, or not really didn't want to do, but like I guess there was a couple of murders that had happened that not necessarily. Okay, Charles Manson, great idea, or great analogy. Charles Manson had the God, the name of the lady is escaping me right now. When she when the
Oh,
people
Sharon
went,
Tate.
Sharon Tate, yeah. So
Yeah.
when the people went to go kill Sharon Tate, Charles Manson wasn't there. Well, as much as they know, Charles Manson wasn't there. So how did he convince these other people to do something they probably wouldn't have done without his convincing? Well, he was very persuasive. So he had psychological means to commit a crime, whereas some people might have monetary means. Some people might have, an arsenal of weapons, and that becomes their physical means. Pazuzu is like Manson to me, from what I saw at least. I don't want to. I'm not 100% not 100% knowledgeable on his situation. I've only seen 6 or 7 videos, but the anxiety I was getting from watching these videos, I was like, just turn it off. Okay, click the next one. Like no matter, it's the car wreck. Oh God, someone must have got really hurt there. Look away, but I can't. I'm gonna have to look at this next one. And I ended up
Definitely.
watching all the videos. And if another one popped up, I probably would watch a documentary on the guy just to see. I love documentaries. I love watching historical documentaries and documentaries on people. Not just events, but actual people. So, should I ever get recommended a Pazuzu documentary, I probably will watch it. But
Yeah.
I just don't like. Oh man, had me itching. Like I didn't even want to go to sleep last night after I watched that shit. I was like, "Ooh, Pazuzu's gonna come and get me in my dreams," because ghosts exist and shit.
I swear, I'm never gonna live it down.
Ever. And the reason you're not gonna live it down is because of quantum mechanics as well.
I hate you so much.
Oh, I'm okay with
at
that.
least, at least PhD Tony understood. At least he came to me and he was like, you know what? I get what you were trying to say. You just said it poorly. I'm like, thank you very much. At least he got it. So
Oh my god, my cat just continuously wants to be a part of this conversation. So she doesn't want to be a part of the conversation on my lap because I keep putting her on my lap. She wants to be she wants to be part of the conversation. She wants to stand right in front of my face and go meow, meow, meow every day because she thinks she has no spatial awareness, so she doesn't know that I'm talking to you. She thinks I'm just talking. Oh, baby, no, 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 no. Oh, come on. All right, back. We're back. We're back. Sweetheart, you can't do that, baby. Can't do that. All right. Normally I put her up in my room when I do um, live streams and stuff because she likes to jump up and go, "What are you talking? Who are you talking to?" And but right now it's so cold. I'm not putting her in my room. I'll leave her in here where I have it exceptionally crispy inside of my studio. But yeah, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Let's get on a happy topic, right? Happy Valentine's Day. You having a good one so far? You and the loved one going out and
Well,
enjoying.
given the weather, I have no idea what we're going to be able to do. I did wake up to some nice treats that she got me because I had to sleep in. That's why I missed the Beardsman this morning.
Mm.
But I woke up and I was like, oh, Valentine's Day treats. That's very, very sweet of my wife. So she's currently at work. They made her go in. And when she gets home, she's going to tell me all about the buttery bullshit that was her day at work. So this should be fun. But I don't know what we're going to do afterwards. So maybe I'll help her, keep working on her YouTube video, her YouTube channel that she's trying to put together. We may do some of that. Do some chores around the house. Who knows? We may be snowed in for the next day or two. So I guess we'll figure it
Well,
out.
yeah, I last night after my live stream, the first thing I did was go up to the Walmart that's right down the street from where we stay at,
Uh
and
huh.
ran down there and stocked the fuck up. For the next 4 days, I'm stocked. I don't have any need to leave the house. I don't have any desire to leave the house unless it's to bury this damn kitty. Okay, well, come on. Hold on. Let me get her positioned in a good because she keeps walking on top of my Go XLR and she's gonna continuously turn on the voice effects. Give me 1 second.
And I will wish everyone out there a happy Valentine's Day or a happy Valentine A if you're not getting the V or the D. So
Oh, the V will probably be pushed off for a day or two for me. And she's gonna have to wait on the D as well because it's too goddamn cold. You know. Craft Tequila for €5 says talking to your cat is one thing, but when they talk back in English, they're either Garfield or you're in trouble. She's not talking back in English yet. It's some kind of Spanish dialect, I'm sure. Okay, it says, Kevin Paul says, as JL ain't in chat, tell him from me, get his arse in the kitchen and have food ready for Miss Warren, ready for when she's coming home from work. Yeah, what's wrong with you, man? It's about.
actually, I would have done that, but she just messaged me like 10 minutes ago saying, "Hey, I'm picking up something. I'm picking up food. What would you want?" And I was like, "Ooh, let's do hamburgers," because for some reason I'm really in the mood for a hamburger. So she's grabbing
Yeah,
burgers from JC's and bringing them home.
you look like a hamburglar.
Uh, fair assessment.
The plot hole says, happy VD everyone. No, you get VD, it's not happy there. Plot hole. And then Fohammer335 for $5 says I'm surrounded by 4 doggos for V-Day. Warren is surrounded by three other dudes and a couple of dozen goes. These are facts. These are facts. All right, so I don't know, man. Like it's just too cold. I don't even want. I honestly, Valentine's Day is postponed for me until the 16th minimum. It may be the 17th, but yeah. Last night I ran and stocked up on Dr. Pepper and meat tubes and got spaghetti and hamburger helper and tacos and sausages with rice, and I don't have to leave the house for a few days. I'm good.
I shouted you out on your YouTube fascination on my latest video, right?
I did not know that. Why am
You
I
haven't
not getting?
watched it.
Yeah, no, I haven't watched it. Why am I not getting your? I don't. I guess I don't get your
You see, well,
notifications.
that's actually really cool because no, I mean Johnny didn't get the notification either till like way late, like 30 minutes before the premiere, and I scheduled it like way in advance. I scheduled like almost 8 hours in advance. He didn't get the notification till 30 minutes just before. But this thing's been blowing up Discord, in various servers, and like people are like coming after me. Not in the real world yet, but they're coming after me all over the place. Get messages from from followers of this fucking sick this asshole that I talked about. But yeah, people coming out of the woodwork. Did an AMA. He did an AMA last night, and either he or one of his followers came in pretending to be him and like asking me all these stupid fucking questions. He got on PhD Tony's bad side. PhD Tony started ringing. It was hilarious.
PhD started raging.
Yeah,
I've got.
I didn't see you in my AMA either.
I'm not getting. I guess I'm just not getting. I'm not getting any notifications from your channel. That's weird. Blunt Man says, "Happy Valentine's Day. I already got some V. Hope you were doing well. Shameless plug. Sub to Metallica. I've never heard of Metallica. That's something I'd have to definitely look into."
I have to look at that myself.
And then Eric Harris says $5 says loved your video on Q nonsense. We need to tackle that stuff more as conspiracy theorist experts. Eric, I have not seen you in forever, my friend. Great to see you. Actually, really great to see you. Eric and I had a great conversation on I was about to say modern day debates, but it wasn't modern day debates. It was agree to disagree. We had a great conversation on agree to disagree, where I took a very, very unpopular opinion in an argument. But I think what the number one key thing that people can get out of that discussion, because it really wasn't an argument. He and I had a great conversation. Everybody out there, y'all should definitely go check out Eric Hare. He is a content creator as well, but it's not typically in our realm of viewership. So you may not have ever been exposed to Eric, but I want to say that the one thing that you can take from that conversation, whether you're on my side of the argument or his side of the argument, is that when you have two adults who are willing to have a conversation can be had. I think he made some great points, some really great points. I think I made some great points as well. But it was something that it was different to the way we have conversations with flat earthers, definitely wasn't a flat earth type of debate. It was two grown men having a conversation about how to make society better, without having to say, no, my way is absolute and right, and your way is absolute and wrong. He and I were able to have that conversation, and I don't know, it was great. I enjoyed it very much. So it was on Conspiracy Cats and Creaky Blinders debate channel. Agree to disagree.
Oh,
So
A2D is amazing. I love to be. The one time I've gotten to be on their show, I was so flattered to be on there and debated a guy called A Bit of Orange, who's a presuppositional apologist. Young Earth creationist guy. Now you thinks evolution is fake. But yeah, debated him. God, I love the way they handled it. They mod like just champions and keep everything cool and collected, and it's just everything MDD should have been. So I hope everybody goes and subs to A2D. Those guys are amazing.
I think modern day debates still doing stuff, right? I mean, I don't. You said that they should have been, as if
Yeah,
they're
modern day debates should have been what A2D does. But no, given what James is running over there and all that stuff, they it's a dumpster fire. It's a shit show over there.
yeah.
A2D is how it's supposed to be done.
I still tune into James's debates at times. I did catch Fight and Robert Sungenis. I missed the Sargon one. I wanted to go watch the Sargon of Akkad debate that he had. It was I think it was either trans rights debate, or I'm not sure if it was trans rights or whatever the topic was. I do like listening to Sargon of Akkad. I don't necessarily believe in everything that he says or anything like that. I don't want people to go, "Oh fuck, Sargon unsub." No, it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. It's more like I just, uh, whether I agree or disagree with a person, I like people that are well spoken. At least, even people that hold positions that I'm against. Right? I enjoy watching those positions because it makes me more informed of my position. It strengthens my own resolve. And I missed that debate, but I did catch the fight and Robert Sungenis debate, and I was just like I don't know about this. Like this is flat Earth all over again, and Robert Sungenis is not even a flat earther. It was just devolving
Yeah.
into arguments and I don't know.
Can I can
Um,
I can I confess something to you, team?
yeah, sure.
Can we get personal here for just a moment? Let's get yeah.
Hold
I
on,
gotta
hold
let you
on. Let me put on my personal panties. Okay, go.
know. I gotta tell you, man. I don't know if I can do flat Earth anymore. I don't.
Welcome to my boat. Welcome to
I
my boat.
was I was listening to the last one I listened to was Planner Walk's video with that jackass who thought that we could just like you make a 6 mile pipeline to do whatever to prove that the Earth was flat.
Right.
Just willy nilly, just it shouldn't cost much, and it was so goddamn painful. I'm sitting there, I was like, and it just dawned on me, it's like I just can't do this anymore. There used to be at least an entertainment aspect to it. They were dumb, but it was funny. But this guy wasn't even funny. It
Well,
was
well,
just, go
okay.
ahead.
So let me interject on that a little bit because last night I had an opportunity to really get a little bit more insight into why I feel the way I feel. I still catch a couple of fights live streams. Usually I catch them late at night right before I'm going to go to bed. I'll go just turn it on and listen to it. But I don't miss it. I don't miss the debates, because I used to participate in a lot of these debates. But Tau City Alpha is a great friend of mine, great friend of the channel's, amazing content creator. He put out his flat Earth full retard mode on. He put it out last night, I guess, to the patrons. No, I'm a patron of Tau City Alpha, so I got a chance to watch it. And when I was watching the video, there's a couple of segments with me in it, and it was me on Modern Day Debate having the debate with Wotan, and I could feel my anger through that video. We're about a year out, if not more, on that debate, and it just brought back moments of anxiety, moments that I'm not proud of. Like when I would debate flat earthers, I would lose my temper, and that's not something that anybody should ever be proud of, is losing their temper. There's a time and place to get angry and violent, whether it's violence through words or violence through actions. There's a time and a place for that. A flat earth debate is not the time and place. Oh my gosh, hold on. Hold on, guys.
Dude, cat.
Cat. Cat alert. That at least she's not stepping on the megaphone button anymore, and she's now stepping on and now she's grabbing my Stream Deck XLR or my Stream Deck to keep me from picking her up. Just get in my lap and stay there, sweetheart. Thank you.
Cat,
Love you.
game on.
But yeah, so when it reinforced why I don't deal with these people anymore. There's nothing I gain out of it personally. I was starting when I said I needed to take a break and get away from it. It's because I was losing satisfaction. I was losing personal satisfaction. It turned out to be not so much a pleasure to do those debates, to participate in those debates, but a pain. I would get done, and of course, I try not to leave the front of the mic whenever I do my shows. So these debates be 3 to 4 hours long. And, I would go, when I was done, I would go use the bathroom, washing my hands. I'd look myself in the mirror and be like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you still talking to these people? They don't care. Number one, they don't care. Yeah, there's nothing that Fight can say. There's nothing that I can say. There's nothing
Yeah.
you can say or Planar Walk can say that's going to change a flat earther's mind. Now, you could argue that there's a few flat earthers out there that have had their mind changed, but I can count that on one fucking hand. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like we're making a difference in society by talking to these flat earthers. Please stop, sweetheart. Please. I know. I do love you. Happy Valentine's Day, little girl. Um, there's nothing we can do to change these people's hearts and minds. So what are we really having this argument for? And why is it
Well,
devolving every single time?
I can see the motivation there, because the same motivation is when I debate theists, or when I talk about theism and things about it. Irrational thinking leads to irrational behavior, even if it's not extreme. Holding on to an irrational position can lead you to irrational behavior to defend that position. And then, of course, when you open the door to irrational thinking, you open the door to other irrational positions. If I can accept this, then I can accept this because it's just a few degrees to the left, or it's a few
Yeah.
degrees to the right. And then you just keep building upon that and building upon that and building upon that. And when it becomes self affirming, that's when it gets really bad. That's when you get extremist behavior. That's why I've always said that's why you do it. While their arguments may be crap and their arguments may be whatever, and it may not even be entertaining anymore. I always keep that in my mind. It's like, if exactly, I can't prove that an axiomatic position is false or true or false.
Right.
So
Right.
why debate about the existence of God? Because it's axiomatic when it comes down to it. That's where God has been pushed to, is metaphysics. So why debate that? No, my objective is to go after the behavior of people who believe irrational things and the irrational shit they do to people. Catholics can believe in God, that's okay. Catholics going to Africa and telling them not to wear contraception in a country that is ravaged by AIDS because
Yeah.
God told them to, that's where I target it. So I think you segueing to, like, the logolurgy, and to people who deny that, and to people who deny, face covering, stuff like this, you segueing to that was a really, really sharp move, because it's irrational thinking like flat earth and conspiracy thinking that leads to things like that, and that's a public health. That's a public health risk. So I think you hit the nail on the head when you shifted your view to where it can lead to, and you
Yeah.
pointed
Now,
that out.
I do want to point something out to somebody in the chat. First off, it's Weeping Well says, "Damn, I just got here, but I hope that since Flat Earth is dying, you aren't jumping on the SJW bandwagon." I think that's the one thing you can count on me, is to not get on the SJW bandwagon. I've always said that I'm, against the SJW movement, because I think it's very, I don't think it's factually based at all. Like, you get people that are, it's too emotionally driven. There's no consistency in their logic. There's no consistency in their arguments. And then he or she, I'm not sure, Weeping Will followed that out, said a lot of videos seem really political lately. I hope you're not talking about mine, because my videos are never political. Now, if people want to say that it's political because I'm pushing what the government's telling us to do regarding masks, well, that's just something you're going to have. That's more scientific, not political to me, because I do care about everybody, whether they be right, left, center. I do care about everybody's health. And number one, it doesn't matter where you are on the political spectrum. If you're having conversations with other people and you're not wearing a mask, then you're potentially spreading a virus to other people as well. But social justice, you're never really going to see me talking about social justice, because I don't really, I've never been a big fan of the social justice movement. I don't talk about it a lot because this isn't a political channel. This is a point and laugh science channel, really. That's how I would hope I would be perceived here on YouTube, as a point and laugh science channel. But there's also a lot of people that see pro science as also being pro SJW, which that's just not me. Now, is there a need for social justice? Absolutely. Like, in a lot of the, I think one of the key things that, when it comes to social justice, I think one of the key things we need is prison reform. And I'm not saying, like, prison reform for for the poor people or anything like that. I'm saying prison reform all the way around for everybody. You
Oh,
know,
absolutely.
we need to see
I think
that.
well-being, it should be where you start. The
Yeah,
well-being of the society. How can we work towards improving the well-being of the society in which we live? And you take it step by step. Some of this stuff is systemic. Okay, some of it is built, is one after the others. Some of it is like kind of a domino effect. If you hit one, you'll actually affect multiple others if you can just hit that one. The problem is that there's such a political divide around around addressing particular things. Like for the SJW deal, you can't step into that arena without having to pick a side. There's no neutrality in that. So we're having such a divide here that we can't even address the real problems that are in front of us.
yeah.
So, and I like
Well,
that. I
and
like that.
then
I
and
was
then
gonna say I like that you go in that direction.
yeah, and Andrew Stoll says, but you have seemed to suggest that Trump supporters are in the QAnon BS. No, I think you're getting that backwards, Andrew. I think the proper way to word what you said is you have seemed to suggest that QAnon supporters are in the Trump BS, which I do believe that. I don't think that all Trump supporters are bad. I've never said that. Nor do I think that all Biden supporters are bad at all, as well. I'm very apolitical. I'm a dead center centrist. You might find me a little to the left just because I'm pro science. And if
Do you
you're
believe
on,
do you believe in gay rights?
absolutely,
Then you're super
absolutely.
far left. You're far left, man. You're far left.
Well, and we only have about 8 or 9 minutes before we're going to shift everybody over to the new video. We will be going to the new video from here. I have a new video coming out. But yeah, Andrew, and you've been a friend of this channel for a while. I've known you. I've seen you in here for a while. I've made it very clear that I hold both conservative and progressive beliefs. I think through proper conservatism, we can also progress our society forward. I'm very much for keeping the family unit together. And
Dang,
you'll see
weeping well. I didn't say anything about racism.
oh yeah, you're super racist. I know that's for sure. Bella charged for $5 New Zealand. What up, fuckers? No, I'm just kidding. He's not. Um,
I use the term systemic, that we have systemic problems in our society that we need to address at the core, so that we can take care of them. Because we knock out one, we can knock out multiple others. So, but yeah, I never said anything about racism. Racism is one of the problems, but
yeah,
I didn't single it out. We got a lot of problems. So
yeah. So there was one time that when okay, so not a lot of people know this about my channel, but the very, very, very first video I ever posted, right, was an anti-feminist video. So I'm against things like third wave feminism, right? And this whole idea that we need to continue to push this feminist agenda. When you look at the people who are pushing it, you can absolutely see very similar qualities amongst all of them, And what I watched a video where it was called Feminist Fight Club, and it's still up. I believe I can't remember who the original Feminist Fight Club video was put up by. I don't really remember who it was that I covered. I covered I was doing a reaction to a reaction video. It was my very first video. I had no idea what I was doing on YouTube. But one of the things I pointed out in there, I was like, in these first world countries, these women are fighting each other for feminism. And I was like, that's fucking idiotic. That you guys are being fucking idiots. I was like, when you want to real know, and they were like, oh, we're just being heroes to the patriarchy. And I'm like, heroes to the patriarchy? What the fuck are you even talking about? But I was like, well, if you want to look at a real feminist or countries that need real feminism movements, look to third world countries. Look to countries where they oppress women for being women. Saudi Arabia, a lot of the like more old world countries in Africa and the Middle East, where women truly have their rights taken away. And I was like, that's where they called themselves heroes. And I was like, no, y'all aren't heroes. This woman's a hero, and I showed this video or a picture of like this female African warlord who was fighting against something else. I don't remember the exact details, but you know, I am somebody who agrees that there is a need for feminism in places, but there's also a need for much more. Like they could put their effort and energy towards things that truly matter, versus making up a problem and then fighting against that problem. Anytime I hear the words patriarchy, it makes me cringe. And I'm like, are you saying that women are not capable enough to do a job? Is that what your job is as a feminist? To ensure that women know their place so that you can keep women down and have a reason to argue and fight about it? Like, get out of here. You know, like I'm somebody, I've talked about this before, like the way evolution works and how evolution works. You can apply that to economic situations as well. You know, you can say that if a business says, you know what, screw women, and we're just hiring men. Well, the chances of that business being as successful as a business that, really opens its doors to different ideologies and different ways of thinking is that business, the new business, the one that opens its doors to ideas like that is going to have a better chance to succeed. So just give it time. Give it time and let the jackasses lose. Because when the jackasses lose, in an economic sense, they're losing money. They can't compete with the other guy until they adopt the other guy's, the winning team's philosophies. The winning team's a winning team for a reason. It has a better business plan. It has better business philosophies, has better economic management. As a company that's going from the 60s to the 2000s, you can't hold the same beliefs in hiring and marketing that you had in 1960 as you do today. You have to adopt. But like seeing a lot of these Super Bowl commercials trying to push all this social justice issues, and I'm just like, keep that out of sports. Let's not bring these social justice issues, these issues that I'm so sorry, guys. All right, these social justice issues that you're making up to be a problem that aren't really a problem. They're only a problem because you make them a problem. You're making them an issue. And that's not to denigrate anybody that is suffering from true social justice issues. I mean, there are things that need to be addressed in society, but not everything is just because someone tells you it's bad doesn't mean that it's actually bad. It just means that they either want you to think it's bad or they believe it in themselves. They believe that it's bad themselves. But I've definitely, says Weeping Well says you don't even know what you're talking about. How do I not know what I'm talking about, Weeping Well? How about this? Just eat shit. There you go. There's your anti-SJW comment for the day, Weeping Will. You can eat shit. But yeah, and I still love you. You're still welcome here. I just want to say, that I don't think you know what you're talking about. And we can both say that. Yeah, butthurt is okay. I mean, you can be butthurt and still be a part of this channel. I'm not gonna just like I won't go push these complete social justice agendas. I'm also not going to push the agenda that Weeping Well probably wants me to be pushing. But no, I'm not political here. Here we're a point and laugh channel. We laugh at everybody. Even if you're a feminist and you say something stupid, I'm gonna laugh at you. If you're a pro-Trump guy and you say something stupid, I'm gonna laugh at you. I'm gonna point out where you're wrong. And we have about 2 minutes. So JL, do you have anything you want to say before we end this?
Oh, it's been amazing. Thank you for having me on, dude. Really appreciate it. Everybody, check out Crafty Keela. She's going to be on Week in Horror this Wednesday. And I hope everybody's being safe out there. It's fucking crazy outside. Be safe. Be excellent to each other. I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you, team.
Weeping Well, eat shit. Now, these you wrote for $1 for $1 Canadian dollar. Thank you very much. And we're going to go to the new video starting right now.